Hello everyone, Sigs here, and welcome to Genshin Impact. So the new Spiral Abyss is out, and a couple cycles ago I was able to get 36 stars for the first time. So I thought, with this new Spiral Abyss having just come out, why don't we record a run-through of floors 9, 10, 11, and 12, and see if we can get 36 stars again. Now, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get 36 stars in one go. May take a couple tries. Certainly on that floor 12 can be a bit of a challenge sometimes. But I'm going to go ahead and do a quick run through of the characters and teams that I may be using, and then I will get into the actual Abyss. So I'll leave some timestamps down in the description. You can jump around to just the part that you'd like to see. But let's take a look at the characters. So first of all, kind of the main team is a pretty traditional Nilou Bloom team. So we do have the 5-star sword for Nilou with all the HP on it. And then for her artifacts, we run the 2-piece of Tenacity and Glow, each giving her 20% additional HP. Not the best substats on every artifact that I have here, but this set is decent enough to get her to, I believe, the maximum amount of HP for the maximum additional bloom damage. No constellations, and there's her talents. And then along with Nilou on the bloom team, I will generally run Kokomi, so you can see her talents there. Again, no constellations. And then we just run Ocean Hued Clam for a little bit of extra damage. We run Hydro bonus and Elemental Mastery for her blooms. There's her artifacts, and I do have her 5-star weapon as well, which is nice for the extra HP, for the extra healing. And then, of course, Nahida, the classic Nilou Bloom character, runs with also her 5-star weapon. I've been pretty lucky when it comes to getting those. And then we run Gilded Dreams on her for as much Elemental Mastery as possible, Dendro damage bonus as well. And also, no constellations. There's her talents. And then the final character for this team is Yao Yao. So there's her talents. I do have her at C4. C6 would be wonderful. I just haven't had a chance to get it yet. And then she runs Deepwood Memories for the Dendro Shred. And she just stacks HP and healing bonus. She's basically here as a healer with a Kitian Cross Spear for a little extra elemental mastery for some extra damage. I should go ahead and get the refinement rank up on that. I just haven't gotten around to it for some free damage, but there you go. There's Yao Yao. There is Nahida. There is Kokomi and Nilou. Now, sometimes, depending on the two teams that I'm running, I may run Kokomi in the other team, in which case I would run Jingcho, however you pronounce that. I know there's some controversy, but Xingqiu, something like that. We do run him often in Kokomi's spot. So he runs Sacrificial Sword, Refinement Rank 3, which lines up the 22-second cooldown pretty much perfectly with his abilities, so that it almost always gets the reset on the Fatal Rain screen, which is nice. There's his talents. He is C6, which is great for the extra damage. And then we just run Heart of Depth for a little extra damage, and Noblesse Oblige for extra damage. So we get pretty good damage off of his burst, and we get a lot of Hydro triggers if we use his burst, and then just switch to Nahida. So there's his artifacts if he gets run instead of Kokomi. And then the other teams that I'll potentially run, the first one is, I don't know exactly what you would call this team, but it's just kind of all the, I call it Samurai. It's just all of the kind of leaders of Inazuma here. So Kazuha, Kokomi, Ayaka, and Shogun, Raiden Shogun. Interesting team setup here. It's not one that I've really seen. I just kind of put them all together because they're like cool Inazuma characters, and I like them, that team, for the overworld because how well Ayaka can move around with her dash ability, and then it ended up kind of working. So the way that this team would work, obviously we have Raiden, who goes first and gets her Baleful Omen up. I'll show you her. No constellations. She runs Emblem of Severed Fate, obviously converting her energy recharge into burst damage. So attack, crit rate. There are the artifacts. Her weapon, don't have her 5-star weapon, but we do run a Skyward Spine with the extra energy recharge. So there's Raiden. And then after we get her Baleful Omen up, we switch to Kazuha. There's his talents, no constellations. Artifacts, he runs Viridescent Venerer just for the extra Animo damage, Animo Swirl damage. We stack Elemental Mastery on him to get as much damage as possible out of his burst. He just runs an Iron Sting, not the best weapon for him, but it gets the job done. It's a nice chunk of Elemental Mastery. And after we get him down and get his burst on the field for the extra EM, that's where we'll use Kokomi. So if I'm running this team, I'll run Xingqiu with the Nilou Bloom team, and then you've already seen Kokomi, so she goes out, drops her Bake Kagura, whatever it's called, this guy here, the jellyfish, that's going to put water, hydro on everybody. Then we switch to Ayaka. See her talents here, C0, artifacts, Blizzard Strayer, and cryo damage bonus, crit. So we throw her out, and then we can use her burst while everything has hydro applied to it. We get the extra frozen bonus from the Blizzard Strayer. Her weapon is the Aminoma Kaguchi. I've never tried to say that out loud before. Hopefully that's somewhat right. Which is mostly just to help with her energy recharge so that she can burst on every rotation. And then, you know, hits into the frozen enemies, deals pretty good damage as long as I can line it up right. And then we just finish off with Raiden Shogun's burst. Go ahead, attack, generate energy particles to recharge everyone, and then rinse and repeat. So that's probably the second team that I'll be running for the most part. The other two teams that I may potentially run are going to be just kind of the traditional Ganyu Melt team would be the first one. So we have Zhongli with level 10 of his shield. It's basically, he's just a shield bot. C0, we run HP on him for the largest shield possible. So there's his artifacts. Weapon, Black Tacet, just for HP. There's his stats. So we get the shield out with him first. And then we have Bennett as a buffer. So there's his talents. He is C5. I do not want to put him to C6 because then I don't even want to mouse over it and accidentally select it, but it's gonna make whoever's within his buff circle have pyro applied to their attacks, and then I can't get the melt, so I don't ever want to put him to C6. If I accidentally do, then he becomes like unusable, and that would be tragic. So C5, and then he runs Noblesse Oblige with ER to make sure he has his burst up all the time. That's also good for healing, and then he just stacks HP. He's basically a healer almost more than anything, and a buffer. His weapon is just for the maximum base attack to get as much extra damage from his Fantastic Voyage as possible. So after we get our shield up, we drop Bennett, we get the buff down on the ground, and then we have, of course, Jiangling, which I could also be mispronouncing. I'm realizing I don't often say these names out loud. But we get her out, throw down Guba, switch to her Pyronado. She is C6, so we get the very strong Pyronado. And then we have Emblem of Severed Fate. She is definitely very ER hungry, needs a lot of energy regen to make sure to have her burst up all the time. We get Pyro damage bonus, and then just crit damage. She's running the catch, of course, for the energy recharge. And there you go. And then once we get that Pyronado spinning, we just switch to Ganyu. We have our Zhongli shield up. We're standing in Bennett's buff circle. We have Pyronado going for pyro application. And then we have the level 10 crowned base attacks on Ganyu. No constellations. And Wanderer's Troop for extra elemental mastery for the melt reactions coming off of the pyro application from Pyronado. And then, of course, 35% additional charged attack damage. We get the cryo attack, cryo damage bonus, crit rate, And EM, again for the melt reactions on her artifacts. Weapon is Skyward Harp. Not the best weapon, but the extra crit rate is nice, and there are her stats. So crit damage could definitely be higher, but the crit rate I'm pretty happy with at 80%, basically. So we're just looking for crit melt reactions with her EM, and that's how that team works. So pretty reliable team. And then the final team that I would potentially be using, which I've only basically acquired recently, but it would be Zhongli first to put the shield up, and then we switch to Kazuha, get his burst out for the extra EM buff, so that's right here, along with right here the EM buff from having his burst out. And then we switch to Xingqiu. We do his burst to get the Rain Cutter Swords out for pyro application. And then we switch to Hu Tao. And Hu Tao, there's her talents. No constellation. C1 would be quite nice for the extra stamina. Crimson Witch of Flames for the pyro damage bonus, as well as the 15% increased vaporized damage. So while the Rain Cutter Swords are out on her, and she does her butterflies, that she gets pyro application from her basic attacks, we go in, pyro damage goblet, crit rate, here's the flower and the feather, and then we have HP on the sands, because we do have a Staff of Homa on her, so HP is going to increase her attack, and then by being under 50%, due to her butterfly ability lowering her own health, she gets quite a large attack bonus from that, and she ends up with very good crit damage. Crit rate could definitely be higher on her, but over 200% crit damage is pretty solid, so we go in with charged attacks, get vape reactions, and just melt. So those are the teams that I may potentially be running here. Again, the Nilou Bloom team, potentially subbing in Xingqiu over Kokomi, if we're going to use Kokomi in this team. And then the Ganyu Melt team right there. And then this is the Hu Tao team here, which I call Hootie and the Blowfish because I'm hilarious. So that's what we're going to be running here. So let's take a look at the Abyss. So this is the new effect for this cycle. Normal and charged attack crit rate increased by 6% for 5 seconds whenever you hit an opponent. So that's pretty good. That'll be good for certainly for Ayaka, because a lot of her damage comes from her charged attack after applying cryo to enemies. It'll be good for Ganyu as well. It's not going to do much for my Nilou Bloom team, and it'll actually be very good for the Hu Tao team, so we'll see which teams benefit the most from that. But we're going to start off with floor 9 here, so this should be a breeze. Looks like we get bonus vape damage as well. So let's just go ahead and take a peek at what enemies we're going to get. I believe it's the same as the last cycle. It shouldn't really matter for this floor, but it looks like I'm going to put the Nilou Bloom team first, which I generally do when there's like a lot of little enemies because of Nahida's tri-karma thing to be able to select all the enemies. Also, when I go up against hydro enemies, it just works out quite well to get all of the essentially free bloom reactions. So let's start. First team is going to be, start off with Nilou, of course, and then I'm going to do Xingqiu, Nihida, and Yao Yao, because the second team is going to be Kazuha, goes into Kokomi, into Ayaka, into Raiden. I just have to remember to switch to Raiden first and get her skill up. So here we go. Character attack by 20% is fine. So go ahead with Nilou, do her skill, so that we're getting our big blooms. Apply.
Time to act.
Apply Tri-Karma with Nahida, and then we go ahead, get our Rain Cutter up, throw out some healing, and Dendro Shred with Yao Yao, and then as you see, every time Nilou attacks, the Rain Cutter swords come in, You get the Dendro application from her basic attack, and the Rain Cutter swords trigger the bloom. So that's how that works. And here's the other team. So again, Raiden gets her skill up, Kazua goes in, pulls everybody in. Looks like that one guy jumped out. Drops his ult, his burst, excuse me. Gets the extra EM going. We get the jellyfish out for Hydro application. And we switch to... Excuse me, switch to Ayaka. Use her burst. And it just melts everything down while they're frozen. And then if this wasn't floor 9 and things were living a little longer, I would then switch to Raiden, use her burst for big damage, get some super reaction. What is it called? Superconduct? That's what it's called. Superconduct reactions, and also just use her to battery everybody's energy. So that's how the team works. These two teams. So let's go here. Bunch of Hydro, get free blooms. Also Cryo, which I'm not going to do any damage to those Cryo shields with my blooms, but I should just be able to go straight to their HP, like so. We will reapply this to everybody, and we're just fishing for blooms. We can throw out Nikita's burst, hopefully reach everybody. Oh my lord. Get her skill up again because we're not getting the big blooms, and now we are. And there we go. So again, first few floors are just going to be a breeze for all these kind of overpowered characters, but it'll start to get more difficult when we get to the other ones for sure. So same rotation here. Ayaka does not quite have her burst up, so that's going to slow me down a little bit, but I'll just add a cycle here, and then should be able to go now. Burst. See if we can refresh the jellyfish. Looks like we were a little late on that. We did not quite refresh the jellyfish with Komi's burst. So just go around, use her basic attacks while she's buffed up, along with Raiden's skill actually makes for some nice reactions. And then I'm not going to burn the burst here. I'm going to save the burst for the last floor, but you can see Ayaka with her charged attack does quite a bit of damage as well when everything gets cryoed. So burning right through that floor as well. That chamber, excuse me. We'll take that ability. This is going to be a defense one. Oh, no it's not. That's not something I have to defend. That's just a little buff giver in the middle of the map there, I believe. Whoops, missed that one, but shouldn't matter. Let's get our Rain Cutter out. Throw out Yao Yao for a little healing so I don't die to my own blooms. And we just do our basic attacks with Rain Cutter. Goes in for big blooms, does big damage. Same deal on this guy. Just have to make sure to finish him off before we need to reapply Nilou's skill. So another easy one. 3 opponents here. Let's see if I can't get them grouped up real quick. If they come over, I'm wasting time. And they're not going to come over on their own, huh? There they go. Alright, so we pull them together. Burst. Get the jellyfish out. Skill so that her sword generates more particles when I burst. And then we go to Raiden. And we use her burst to finish everything off. I missed the guy. There he is. So, just finish him off real quick. And there we go. Alright, so that's floor 9 there. Again, very easy. I'm sure that the next 2 floors are also going to be pretty easy for these teams. Let's claim our rewards, our lovely 150 primogems. And let's hop to floor 10 here. So let me see what we're dealing with. Looking like... I think we'll do the Nahida team first again. The Nahida team is quite good against bosses as well, like single target. It obviously ends up better on AoE because I can get more bloom triggers. But I think I'm going to use the Nilou team first again. It'll kind of stink for these Dendro Specters, but I think we'll use that team first just to deal with all the AoE enemies. So it's going to be the same deal here. We're going to do Nilou and Xingqiu, and then Nihida and Yao Yao. And then for the second team, it is Kazuha, Kokomi, Ayaka, and Raiden. Again, I should be able to just blow through this, so here we go. I'll take normal and charged attack damage, why not? We get our skill up. We'll mark everything with Nihida. Get ready to go with our Rain Cutter. Throw out Yao Yao for Dendro Shred, as well as healing, so I don't die to my own blooms. Looks like I am slightly out of range, so I'm not getting healed. So let's move over here and get healed. We have to take the fire shields off with Hydro is the easiest way to do it, so there we go. Easy enough. Now, second half here, Azula, burst. Forgot to put up Raiden's skill first, I do that a lot. And get these guys with Ayaka, and then we burst with Ayaka, and we burst with Raiden. Should melt this guy and get me a little bit of battery. There we go. Whoops. That happens a lot. Play with a controller, you have to hit B to do your basic attacks, and if you're like basic attacking right when the floor ends, then you hit B and that makes you quit. So that actually happens a lot. But alright, we get 20% damage within 8 seconds of sprinting, which I do a lot, so why not? Some free damage. Again, Nilou skill. Nihida marks everyone. We get our Rain Cutter up. Get Yao Yao out. Nihida's about to die, so I'm actually going to do Nihida's Burst. Now, you'll see here, these guys are immune to all the Dendro, so none of these blooms are doing anything. I have to just physically bludgeon them down or hit them with Hydro, so we will use Nilou's Burst and throw a Rain Screen out there. And for these last few, get the Rain Cutter up and just use our basic attacks to trigger blooms. Again, this, ooh, jeez. Might have lost Nihida there. Those blooms do a lot of damage to her, so gotta make sure to throw out some healing on Yao Yao if I'm gonna go in like that. But it should be fairly easy here. We gotta get these guys nice and grouped up for us. Ayaka's not gonna have her burst, so I'm gonna need to farm a little bit of ER real quick. Now we go, we drop burst, we try to refresh the jellyfish with Kokomi before it ends, so we can go back to Ayaka, use her skill to get enough ER to burst. Energy to burst, and then here is where I would switch to Raiden and use her burst to finish that guy off and then battery everyone else, but they didn't really have enough health to survive that full rotation, so I'm just going to end it early. Get this skill again, so when we sprint here, we're going to do more damage. Let's see if we can get the three of them somewhat together. Need to heal real quick with Yao Yao though, I don't want to lose Nihida. Get our Rain Cutter up, and everything's done before I could even finish my rotation. So that's the way that ends up going a lot of the time on these lower floors. Last two Wound Raiders here, same deal. Gonna need to quickly get a little bit more energy. So I'm just gonna wait. Alright, now we go in, we do our rotation. Kazuha skill, Kazuha burst. Kokomi skill, Ayaka skill, Ayaka burst. Into Raiden burst, and boom. That takes care of that. Okay, so again, you know, very easy floor 10 there. Excuse me. As to be expected, now as we get to floor 11 here, sorry about that, I got a frog in my throat. This is where it starts to get a little more difficult. Should be easy enough, but sometimes on floor 11 can get a little tricky depending on what we're up against. So tempted to switch the teams here. So I think I actually want the Bloom team second this time. So let's try that. So again, the first team will be Kazuha, Kokomi, Ayaka, and Raiden. And then the second team will be Nilou, Xingqiu, Hida, and Yao Yao. I think that should work, so let's see how this goes. Now, this is the defense one, which sometimes I have quite a bit of trouble with, so we'll see how it goes. I need to pull all these guys away. Again, we forget to do Raiden's skill first. Let's get our jellyfish out, Ayaka skill. Gotta hold off on using her burst, because this stuff is basically already all defeated. Let's try to lure them away. Just get some free damage in with her.
Time to go.
Group them up. Jellyfish is not ready, so we'll just get some extra Hydro application to keep them frozen. Use her skill to build charges on her swords, so that when I burst next, I will get lots of energy back. One more skill here. Oh, and they're all done. Okay. That happens a lot on these lower levels. Okay, here we go. We only lost 3% on the monolith that time. We'll do our Nilou skill. Heat a Dendro application. And we get Rain Cutter out. Throw out Yao Yao's heal. And we just do basic attacks with Nahida with Rain Cutter out to trigger our blooms. Probably gonna run out of Rain Cutter swords before this guy is dealt with. But he is low enough to where I can just finish him off like this. So that'll work. Okay, easy enough first chamber. Let's go to the next. 20% ER, sure. Alright, now this floor, everything's really spread out, so let's group it together, get the jellyfish out. Ayaka's skill, Ayaka burst into Raiden burst. And missed that one in the back there, not the best positioning. But the battery here with Raiden, not doing any damage to that electric one. Let's try to group him back up. Just get some free damage in here while we're waiting for everybody's burst to come back up. Alright, there we go. Full rotation, skill burst, skill burst, into burst, into battery with Raiden. Of course, we're hitting the electric one again, so it's not doing any damage at all. Ooh, let's dodge that there. And let's just clean up the last few. Group them up. Jellyfish into skill. Save our bursts for the next floor. Just this cryo one here. That's the electro one. Alright, there we go. Alrighty, second half here. We do just one enemy out right now, so we can use skill. Heat a skill, get our healing out, get our Rain Cutter up. There we go. And we just do basic attacks with Rain Cutter out to trigger blooms. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. There we go. Again, just one enemy out. Hopefully we can finish him off right here. Not quite, so we're going to reapply. New skill, get a bloom, and then just rinse and repeat. Same deal, we got Rain Cutter out, throw out Yao Yao's heal, and Dendro Shred. And I just go in with Nahida basic attacks and melt him down. There we go. Alright, one chamber left in this floor. Crit rate and crit damage, that is a great ability. So let's try to group this all up. Let's remember to use Raiden's skill first this time. Let's accidentally switch to Kokomi instead of Kazuha, so we miss out on his burst. Let's take advantage of her burst window to do pretty good damage here. And then we'll do a full rotation here. So pull it all in. With skill. And we burst. We don't have jellyfish now, so we're not going to get the freeze, but we can still just throw out her burst after her skill. And then burst with Raiden. And then hopefully battery everybody back to do that rotation again. So 3 enemies left here. Group them up. Jellyfish, skill. Burst is not quite up. I don't have the energy. Let's see if I can quickly get it here. And the jellyfish is still out. There we go. And we burst with Raiden. And just finish this last one off. Like so. Oh, come on. Alright, there we go. Okay, and then the final chamber of floor 11 here. 2 water guys. It should be easy. We'll mark them up with Nahida. Yao Yao gets the Dendro Shred and the healing. We'll use Nahida's burst for like the first time here. These guys are going to live long enough to where actually we want some extra elemental mastery to burn them down. Gotta switch to Yao Yao and top up Nahida here. And that's where Kokomi is really nice on this team, just for the extra healing, but I'm going to reapply Nilou's skill, make sure it doesn't end before the end of this floor. Just go back to Nahida, triggering balloons. Team Cho basically worthless here. Since they already have Hydro applied at all times, I just need Nahida to burn them down, and there we go. Okay, so now we're going on to floor 12. Floor 12, definitely a huge step up in difficulty. This is where I'm definitely going to run into trouble. So it looks like we are running the same enemies as last time. Now, here's the deal, I think. So I may have to do this in 2 goes. My main issue is this Icewind Suite. So the Nilou Bloom team does basically no damage to them when they have the Cryo Shield up, because Dendro just doesn't do any damage to Cryo. So I will have to run the Hu Tao team in the second half. That should be able to take care of the Field Generator and the Icewind Suite easily enough, leaving the Nilou Bloom team free to deal with the other 2 first half enemy teams. The issue is I really like the Nilou Bloom team for the second half of this one, and it is really not good against the Seahorse, the Nilou Bloom team. So I'll probably have to do this in 2 goes, where I'll get 3 stars on Chamber 2 and Chamber 3, and then I'll just come back to Chamber 1 and just replay it a couple times to get 3 stars on there. So I'll end up with 36 stars in total. I won't get it in 1 go, but it'll still... it'll still get me the maximum rewards for all 36 stars. So I think that's going to be the play. We'll start like that. The good thing about running the Hu Tao team second is I can take Kokomi on the Nilou Bloom team like that. And then the second half team ends up being Zhongli, Kazuha for the EM buff, along with Xingqiu and Hu Tao. So let's start and see how it goes. Alright, so character damage within 8 seconds of sprinting is increased by 20%. That's fine. I am going to use dash cancels on Hu Tao, so that's actually going to be kind of nice. Now, this I fully expect to take forever. We do Nilou's skill, we get Nahida's mark on her, get the jellyfish out, and we get some healing out with Yao Yao as well, and then we just go in with Nahida basics while we have double Hydro application here. Gonna redo that rotation. I want to throw out Nahida's burst, though I forgot to do that. On the lower floors, I often don't even bother. But on these higher floors, that extra EM is huge, so look out for that. Oh boy, I ate some unnecessary damage there. Now the trick with this guy is once I get that shield, that purple bar on him low enough, he's just gonna fly up. And he's gonna drop these 3 little electric nodes that I have to destroy until he becomes vulnerable again. And they're gonna be kind of hard to destroy unless I can burst through a shield right here. Oh, we did, we got it. It's pretty lucky. So let's get Nilou's burst for extra Hydra application. Switch to Nahida, make sure her burst stays up, and just try to burn before the shield comes back up. Going for Hydro with the jellyfish. Extra healing for Nahida to just burn, burn, burn. Get as many blooms as we can. Okay. So that actually went a little better than I thought it would. Now, this floor really sucks. It's the dogs, whatever you call them, that do the like ticking health damage. So Zhongli's shield will not help with that at all. So basically I just have to live through this floor and then I'll be fine to 3-star the 2 remaining floors. But if I don't live, then I have to restart. And it's not going to be quick no matter what, I don't think. So let's see how it goes. Get the shield up anyway. Kazuha groups them all up real nice. Drops his burst. And Jincho gets his burst up so that Hu Tao can get Vape reactions on the charges here. And I want to try to stay within Kazuha's burst, which I kind of failed to do. Throw out her burst at the end of the butterfly, and then it's just rinse and repeat. So I need to get a little bit of energy here. Need to wait for Kazuha's skill to be ready. I can just drop a meatball for the hell of it. Alright, Kazuha's skill, Jincho, burst up, now Kazuha burst, Hu Tao, butterflies, and into charges, charge attacks, going for Vape reactions. Yeah, you see how low everybody's getting already? That's where it gets a little scary. Did not have her burst up, but that's fine. Get a new shield up, even though it's not preventing the taking health damage for half a second off. Jincho's skill, get his burst back up. Hu Tao, butterfly, charge. She's gonna tick down and die. Okay. So we're gonna need to restart. Now, this is how I did it last week. I don't remember even exactly how I got through that alive. I think I just need to be a little more careful, get everything grouped up and burn it down faster, but I'm gonna have to replay this boss fight every time. So, same deal, Nilou skill, Nahida skill, and burst. Komi's skill, Yao Yao's skill into Nahida auto attacks. Back to Nilou, get some extra Hydra application here, and refresh her skill. Back to Nahida, refresh burst. Yao Yao skill, Komi burst. Since we have extra Dendro application, gonna let her get some free damage from her burst. And again, see if we can burn this shield off. Get ready to dodge. Dodge again. Oops, missed the second dodge. Looking for Hydro application. Okay, yep, so he's gonna get away this time. Now I have to destroy these while dodging. And the last one right there. Okay, easy enough. He's gonna come down. Unfortunately, his shield is gonna go like right back on. Let's get our Hydro application out, our Dendro shred, and switch to Nahida. And we go for as many autos as we can get before the shield comes back. Oh, come on. Just a few more balloons. Oh, jeez. Alright. Now again, the trick here is just to survive so that I can take this team to the next 2 floors. So I'll try to be a little better here. Part of it too is that Hu Tao isn't starting under 50% HP, so she's not doing as much damage on the first rotation, but get the shield up. Get Kazuha out. There we go, get Rain Cutter up, maybe Butterfly, and then if we do a little better, Yeah, keeping all these grouped up. And dash canceling. Finish at least some of them. Burst right at the end. New shield. New Kazua. Not quite ready for Jincho yet. That's why I gotta remember to drop the meatball. Get some free damage in while I'm waiting. Burst. Burst again. Doing a little better on health. Hutao under 50 now. Gonna do big damage on this rotation. Gotta have stamina to dash cancel. Burn through as much as we can. No burst on her. We get the shield up. We drop a meatball to kill some time for the next rotation. Should have done that after Kazua's skill, actually. Now we start to get real low, so we get worried. Get a new shield up. And skill into burst. Into skill into burst. Into butterflies. Into big damage. Gotta use her burst to heal here. And okay, we made it through. So these ones won't be able to do any damage through my shield. As long as I keep Zhongli's shield up, we should be totally fine. And what we can actually do here, since we're already not going to get the 3 stars, is kind of stall and let Xingqiu's Rain Cutter heal. So I can shred through their pyro shields pretty easily with that. Drop a burst here. And I just want to now wait for the sword to end and heal Kazua. There we go. Get another shield up. Make sure we're being very careful. Drop a burst for the hell of it. I'm really just going to stall out here for a while. Just so I can get everybody in a good position to take out the next 2 floors. So let's get his burst up so that it's ready. Let's do the Rain Cutter again. Now when this Rain Cutter ends, it's going to heal. So I want Hutao to stay under 50% for her extra damage, and she can heal herself with her burst, so I think I'm just going to let this heal go off on Zhongli there, even though it really doesn't do much because his health pool is so huge, but and I guess that's about good. I mean, I could literally sit here for 5 minutes and totally just let everybody's health go back to full off of these Rain Cutters, but I feel like that would be kind of boring, so just wanted to get them away from imminent death. And we'll just kind of still slowly finish these guys off, farm some energy off of them. And rip that shield off right there with the Hydro. Make sure we keep the shield up just in case. And finish off this last one. Don't want to use butterflies. I just wanted to get a quick little heal on her. She's still below 50%, so that's going to be good. And finish off the last one. Alright, so as long as I don't mess up now, I have set both teams up to be able to 3-star the second and third chambers. And then I just come back and I redo this first chamber with a slightly different team setup in order to get the final 3 stars. So let's continue. Normal and charged attack by 20, sure. So this floor, that's right. These 2, again, Nilou skill, Hita skill, I missed that one, so that kind of stinks. I need to redo. Get the Dendro shred up, and then we'll just do Hita basic attacks. She gets healed by Kokomi's jellyfish and Yao Yao's little dude there, whatever his name is. So that's good. And then basically rinse and repeat. Nilou skill, Hita skill, Kokomi skill, Yao Yao skill. I got some Hita burst, I keep forgetting to do that. It's, once I do those first 3 lower floors, I just kind of forget because it's so unnecessary on those floors. You know what I'm going to do here, just real quick, I'm just going to restart. I can do that a lot faster to just save time for the second team, so let me just wait for the burst to come back up. Okay, here we go. So Nilou skill, Nikita skill don't miss this time. Kokomi skill, Yao skill. Nikita's burst isn't actually up. Maybe that's why he didn't do it. I subconsciously realized that. Use your basics to finish these off quickly. Last one, come on, just end. Hate when they hang out with like 1 health like that. But go again. Same rotation. Yao, this thing gonna go into Kokomi. Use her burst to get a lot of extra damage out of her artifact set. Triggering the blooms off of Yao's skill and Nikita's skill. It would be great if these guys were next to each other. All this bloom damage is being wasted. I probably should have gone and stood over by this guy so that the big one came over, but just one guy left. Plenty of Hydra application out. Wow, Nikita's getting destroyed. Let's make sure to keep her topped up. And just finish this last one off. Come on. Alright. Not as quick as I was hoping, but this is going to be the Icewind Sweet boss, so we should be able to shred with Hu Tao pretty quickly with everyone's burst up and everything, so get our shield up right away. Kazua goes in and bursts. Cho gets frozen. He gets his burst up quickly while we're still within Kazua's burst. So the extra EM. And right at the end, I burst. Hu Tao. That was a big 129k hit. Is that what that said? That is a lot. Alright. Now we're just cycling. Getting everybody's energy back from the rotation. Getting frozen again. Get Rain Cutter up. Kazua goes, gets his burst off. We need to throw a shield out here. Make sure Hu Tao's safe for butterfly mode. And then we charge attack and dash cancel, which I'm failing miserably. But get a decent amount of damage in. We do the shield. We have 1 minute to get the 3 stars. Let's go ahead and get a new Rain Cutter up. See if we can quickly get Kazua's burst. Oof, not quite. Should be able to get it up before Rain Cutter ends though. Drop his burst, go back to butterflies with the EM buff. There we go. At the end of this one, I'm going to burst. There we go. That was a big hit. Alright, get a fresh shield up. Get energy back. I want to try to get some energy for the final level. Gonna wait. I'll still be able to 3-star. Next hit's probably gonna end it, so let's just see if I can get some particles. Okay, good. Okay, so that's 3 stars on Chamber 2. So now I just need a 3-star Chamber 3, which I'm not perfectly set up for it on Team 2, but we'll see how it goes. I need to do this one, this floor, as quick as possible. So just the Mirror Maiden to start. Nilou does her thing. This tends to teleport away, so we chase. Throw out the jellyfish, then Yao for the shred. And we go in with Nikita basics. Just gotta move again. Get a Nilou ult. Extra Hydro application. Back to Nikita. We apply burst. Yao goes down. We get the jellyfish out. And we should be able to finish here. Tons of Hydro application. Nikita basics. Extra EM. And 28k blooms. Come on, finish her. Good. Now I gotta finish off these last 2. The trick is getting them together. If I can get them to come together, I'll get double damage on every bloom, essentially. So hopefully that one in the back comes over quickly. Please. We have our jellyfish out. It would be great if you walked into it. I don't know why that one's not coming over. Do Nilou's burst, so that we have Hydra application on both of them. Nilou's burst, extra EM, Yao's skill, dangerous shred. Oh, Nikita's done for. Okay, I'm gonna retry. I can definitely do that a lot faster. The trick I've noticed there is to get those 2 enemies to come together, and if they're right next to each other, you get so many extra dendro cores. So. Once again, we gotta shred this one real quick. Nilou burst. Just gonna teleport away. We give pursuit, throw the jellyfish on her. Yao skill, back to Nikita. Some basics, and then she runs again. Going to follow with Nilou. Skill, burst. Burst. Just because. I'm gonna finish her quick. Got enough Hydro application, I think. Oh my god, no. Just pewter out right at the end there, but I'll have to use another jellyfish. Gets her down. Now again, I need these two to come together, so let's mark them both. Let's see if I can't bring them together. Not sure what I can do to lure them over. Nikita's burst. Yao's skill. Jellyfish out. Keep Nikita topped up with all that healing, please. Gonna get this other one to come over. There we go. So now that they're together, watch them melt. Get extra Hydro application from Nilou's burst. Jellyfish isn't ready yet. Yao's gonna shred. Nilou's gonna reburst. There we go. Jellyfish. And then the Komi burst for lots of bloom damage. Okay, but now the Dendro application ended. End it quick, end it quick. Okay. So, don't have a ton of time here, but we'll see how we can do. Hu Tao can shred this guy, but with just about a minute, it's going to be a little rough. So, get our shield up. Kazuha goes in, needs to start getting his energy. Get our rain cutter ready. Looks like we missed. Got the meatball. So just waiting. Gotta make sure we jump over that. And we get our shield back up. Kazuha goes. Needs to jump, dodge that. He gets his burst. Did it early. Yeah, see, I didn't have my energy quite fixed going into this, but there we go. Doing 60, 70k damage per hit here. Probably gonna have to restart this one. What I want to do is get it so that when I get to that jump phase, where I have to jump to dodge, like right here, is when I'm in Hu Tao's butterfly, because then I can get really big damage while dodging. Otherwise, I'm not doing much here during this phase. Yeah, this is not going to end up being quick enough. Go for it anyway. Just try to do a quick burst and a quick Hu Tao. Yeah, no, it's not quick enough. It's close though. But yeah, coming into that without everybody's burst up definitely slowing me down. I could probably save some more time on this floor too, so let's try to get this floor as quick as possible. Here we go. Nilou, Nikita, burst. Yao shred. Kokomi chases. Hydro application. Back to Nikita. Boom, boom, boom. Kokomi, a little extra hydro. Good. Nilou chases, bursts. Skill. Nikita, burst. Yao skill. Kokomi chases. Damn, she's just out of range of that. Yao. Just gonna melt here though. There we go. Nikita marks both of them up. I need to get them together. Just gonna go with Kokomi burst for hydro application while they're linked. And please just come together. There we go. Oops, not quite. Nilou bloom, Nikita remarks. Yao burst and shred. Kokomi jellyfish and basics. There we go. When they're together like that, they're each getting hit by both of the blooms, so it's literally like twice as fast. Let's see. Jeez, I need to dodge that. Skill, Nikita. Skill. Yao. Skill. Burst. Quickly, top of Nikita. Kokomi, jellyfish. That should do it. Okay. So that was a little bit quicker there. That's probably going to buy me the time that I need, so let's go again. I can play this a lot better too. So we get the shield up, we skill. Oh, I missed. Darn it. I didn't quite time that right, what a shame. Skill burst and into why I didn't get the particles there. Screw it. So we're just going to do a butterfly phase without the vape. It's fine. And then repeat. Shield up. Skill. Again, butterfly phase without the vape. Shield should protect us. Gonna save my energy, my stamina, dodge, new shield. This should be the full rotation. Gives me enough. Yep, burst, rain cutter, burst, butterfly, jump. This is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do this, and I can jump, and get the big hit on the way back down, and then we burst at the end. Okay, it's gonna be tight now. Get a fresh shield up. Skill for energy. Burst is ready. Gonna go another extra butterfly phase. Use our energy, our stamina there. Get the shield up again. Kazua needs to get his burst ready. Like right now. Shit, can't quite get it. Get our rain cutter up. Burst. Go butterfly, go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. No. Okay, so very close. Literally, if I didn't miss the rain screen as he was like spawning in and was up in the air, and I got Xingqiu's burst on that first rotation, then that would have been more than enough. So we did a pretty quick first half of the chamber last time. We got to do it at least that quick again. So here we go. Needing skill, Nikita skill, Nikita burst. Yaya skill. Kokomi chases jellyfish. Back to basics from Nikita. Go, 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 go. Get ready to move. Get ready to give chase. Nilou burst and skill. Back to Nikita. Burst. Yaya skill. Kokomi gives chase. Again, just out of range of Yaya skill, slowing me down. But that should be enough. Now, Nikita needs to mark both. Nilou skill. To get the two of them together. If I could just get the two of them together quickly, it's going to save a lot of time. Throw the jellyfish there. Yaya skill for shred. Kokomi burst. On top of that Dendro. There you go. Right on top of each other. Boom, boom, boom. As many applications of Hydra and Dendro as I can here. Extra burst. Extra skill. Oh yeah. There we go. That's a lot of extra time. So this should be a breeze now. Again, I'm going to try to not mess up that first rotation though. So I got to quickly get the shield on, and then we go up, get his energy, I wait on Xingqiu, I do it here, there we go, burst, butterfly, then we can jump and go down, and get charged attacks with Vape while we're dodging, which is super convenient. Looks like we did not do the best on that rotation, but let's get our shield back up, start farming our energy back, get the sack sword proc so we get enough.
I will have order.
On Xingqiu, get a new shield up. Oh, messed that up. Jeez, I'm messing this up so bad. I'm gonna have to just do a free butterfly phase here. Oh, I'm low. I gotta get that shield up. Shield's up. That should be enough energy for a burst. Damn it, I'm just a little short. Wow, I'm really messing this up bad. I'm just gonna have to wait until after this cycle. One more. Okay, here we go. Fresh shield. Kazua, hurry. Burst.
Adorn my sword.
Xingqiu, burst. Hutao, butterfly. Burst. Yes.
Stabilize.
Jesus. Wow. It's so much time. I mess this up so badly. It's not over yet, but I don't think I can do that much in one cycle. Get the shield up. Burst. Burst. Butterfly's not up. Wow. How embarrassing. That was I had so much time. I just messed that up in so many different ways. Alright, let me try one more time. Alright, so once again, Nilou skill, Nihita skill, Nihita burst, Yao Yao skill, Komi, chase, jellyfish, Nihita basics, Nilou chase, skill burst, Nihita skill burst, Yao Yao skill, hopefully this time it's not out of range when she runs away. Looks like she's going to actually stick around, wow, so we can get a lot quicker on her. Now if I could just get these two that quickly, we'll be in good shape. So mark them both up. Nilou skill, Yao Yao skill quickly, Kokomi, burst and skill. Come on, just get them both together. There we go. They're a little closer anyway. Big damage here. Let's get the burst out. They're both marked. We need Hydro application now. Yao Yao's quick shred, and then Hydro application. Go, go, go. Okay. I think that was about 4 seconds quicker than last time, so hopefully that's enough time. So let's get our shield up. Let's start farming our energy. Wait for him to jump, and then we go in with Rain Cutter. Get that ready. Gonna need a fresh shield. Drop the meatball. Get a fresh shield on. Oh god. Kazua. Burst. Gotta go while I have Rain Cutter up. Charged attacks. It's dash cancels. Okay. Back to farming energy. New shield up. Energy. Energy. Rain Cutter up. And burst, butterfly, charged attacks, dash cancels, burst at the end, did not crit, new shield, farming energy, Rain Cutter, drop the meatball, new shield, energy. Not gonna get burst on this one, so we're just gonna have to go. There we go. Jump. New shield. Jump. Energy. Energy. Good. We get the sack sword proc, so we get both bursts. Burst. Burst. We have shield. Butterfly. Go. A little more, a little more, a little more. And boom. Okay, cool. So definitely not the cleanest run, but that does get us 3 stars on the second and third chamber. So we will continue. Now the trick here is to get our final 3 stars. So what we're going to want to do is go back into the Spiral Abyss. And we can claim our current rewards. There we go. And we need to get 3 stars on Chamber 1. So the trick is, I know that the Nilou Bloom team is going to be on the second half for sure with the Kokomi team. The question is, what do we do on the first half to get rid of the jellyfish? I think I'm actually going to try the Ganyu Melt team I've had success with before. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So the trick is to break this first shield before the seahorse goes up in the air, because that's where you lose all the time. So go in, shield up immediately, Bennett, burst, Jingling, burst, Ganyu gets ready with her shield and all this pyro application. Gotta get some big crits here. These are not very big. Just trying to burn through that shield. Gonna need to go back to John Lee for shield. Bennett and Jimmy need to get ready. But this is already too slow. I think I have an idea here. I'm gonna try it again like that, but I'm gonna do something a little different. Go in, shield, drop meatball. then Bennett goes in, skill burst. Jing, skill burst. Ganyu, skill, even though it's eating one of my melt charges. Go in. Go in. One more, please. Yep. And then burst at the end. So that I'm getting extra triggers, removing the shield, extra reactions. No, looks like it ran away again.
We're way behind schedule.
Oops. I missed that. That's embarrassing. Okay, well, he's coming down.
Gather.
Let's light it up.
Don't have the burst rotation ready, so can do a little baby one just with Gooba and charged attacks here. He's gonna get the shield back.
Stabilize.
I'm going in.
It's not doing much. I'm trying to remember how I did this last time. I'm pretty sure this is the team that I used. I think I just like shredded through that first shield and got knocked on the ground, and then got a second rotation in. Oh, where's it going? It's going down fairly quick.
No touching.
Let me try again. Boom, boom.
This is order.
Not sure how much that meatball actually helps, but
Nice.
yeah, because shield isn't even up at that point, so it's really not doing much. There we go. Shield's going down quicker this time. There we go. Oh, one more hit. Then we do burst,
Blaze over.
skill, shield. Darn it. Could try the Hu Tao team as well. Alright,
Born
come
of ice and
down.
frost.
Stabilize.
Get a fresh shield up for the hell of it. See how much damage we can do before the shield comes back. Bennett's skill then burst.
Access denied.
Shield, yeah, it's just feeling way too slow. Jinling's burst with the buff from Bennett into charged melt shots. Oh, come on. Falls down. This would be the perfect time to utterly destroy her, him, whatever this seahorse is. I don't think it's gonna cut it though.
Let's light it up. I'm going in.
Come on. Get a new shield.
Come on. Focus. No touching. At the frying pan. We're way behind. All hail.
Alright, yeah, this is way too slow. I just need to... I'm just curious how long it's going to take to do the final floor. Could you just... really... You just die. 1 HP sitting up there. In my ass. There we go. Okay, so I just want to see how long this next floor is going to take so I know how quickly I need to do the first section, so... It should be easy for this team with all the blooms going to be able to get. So we mark everyone up after Nilou's skill. We get our jellyfish out, a whole bunch of hydro application, and then we burst for even more hydro application since they're already marked up. But then pretty quickly we need to remark new ones, and then Nilou goes back to skill, goes to burst. And the water's all over these ones. A couple more. This guy just sitting in the back at like full health, unfortunately. There we go. Alright. And that gets us to these water guys, which I should be able to shred their shields off pretty quickly with Kokomo's Hydro. Nilou's Hydro.
I see everything.
But yeah, we're gonna need a lot more time. So let's try again. I'm gonna try one more time with this Ganyu team, otherwise I'm gonna try the Hu Tao team, so. Shield. Oh my god. Okay. Got stuck on the pillar. If I spawn the pillar in the right spot, it goes away immediately, which is awfully convenient, so I don't have to worry about it getting in the way like that. So gotta wait for his skill to come back here. Okay, here we go.
Stabilize.
Beach ball in the face. Shield isn't up yet.
Let's light it up. Teamwork is
Now that the shield's up, I want to start stripping it off. Missed on the first couple hits there. Maybe if I aim for that pearl, maybe that's what I'm missing. Nope, gonna run away again. Could not rip the shield off in time. I felt closer. I think I may be a little slow on my shots on Ganyu right now. I'm not firing them as soon as it's fully charged. So let's try again. Do that with meatball. So we're waiting for the shield to come up so that we can strip it off with that. And this. You know, what if I drop this immediately? Just because it's giving me more reactions to strip that shield off. We're close. Oh, come on. Get rid of that shield. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we have to do. Fortunately, I'm not going to be able to get really any melts out of it, but I get more hits in this way. And then you're just going to get the shield back, but strongly shield, Bennett's, bursts, generally just Kubas. For pyro application is this thing runs away, and I miss my shot. Gosh darn it. Gets the shield back. I need more ER on Jinli. She never has her burst up in time. Let's see, where is it? I'm gonna rip the shield off quick. There we go. Got an achievement for that. That's cool. Go while Pyronado's going. Can we get some good melts in? That's gonna be a no.
Gather.
Bennett's burst, just totally out of sync, but if I can get some melts off of the Uba, that's where all the big damage comes in. Shield's back up. Gotta try to finish it here. Pick up the chili for 10% attack.
Did I miscalculate?
Holy cow. Holy cow.
Lapis. I am sorry.
It's not gonna be enough time to finish the other floor. I try again. I'm missing something here. I don't even remember what I did before. But I remember I was able to get through this boss very quickly. Still is not up. That's silly of me. Here, I messed that up. Alright, let's just take a breath and be patient here. Wait for his skill to come back.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Well, he said the thing.
But where are those who share the memory?
Alright, here we go. Shield, meatball. Pillar in the way, but then it goes in. Jinli, Tornado, boom. I'm gonna burn through a lot of my own melt triggers with this, but I'm gonna use it to strip the shield off, get more damage in on the back end. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Melt this shield, a couple more hits. Right here. Damn it. Ran away, Razor's gonna get the last hit. Maybe strip the shield off right here though.
I can fix this. Did I miscalculate?
Nope. Ah, God. Alright, if I reapply the shield, I should be able to strip it off. The boss there. So Again, like this. Boom. No pillar to worry about this time. Bennett. Jingling hits with the Pyronado this time. That's what I'm looking for. Go like this. Go in with burst. And strip that shield. 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, boom. Going up already. Trying with a shield so that I can eat hits. There we go, see? Strip the shield off that time. So I can actually get hits in, looking for melts. Gooba, gonna put Pyro on. Fired too early. Gonna need to set up another rotation here. Bennett, Gooba. Blue shield going on. Got some good damage in before it got applied. Get ready to strip the next shield off. Get the 10% attack. Blue shield for me. Dodge. Bennett, burst. Jingling, burst. Ganyu, melt. 1, 2, boom. Come on, get that shield off. There we go. There we go. Falls down while getting Pyronado. Get nice big melts in. Come on, a couple more hits. The shield goes back up. Don't miss. Come on, one more. Oh no. Come on. I'm burning so many seconds here. On the tail end. There we go. Okay. Whew. Alright, maybe that's enough time. It's gonna be tight here, but let's see. Quickly. Skill up. Nikita needs to apply to all of these. And get burst out. Get the jellyfish out. Yao needs to apply shred. Nilou's gonna go straight into burst for an extra set of cores. Back to Nikita. I need to remark all of these. Get the little ones down, remark. Kokomi, burst, extra hydro. Here we go, here we go. Come on. Yao shred. Nikita, remark, burst. Nilou. Gets some triggers. There's that last one right there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. End it. Back to hydro. Good. Let's rip off these shields. Gonna have to stay with Kokomi. Going to mark with Nikita so that we're getting extra damage. Nilou really needs to go over there to be able to strip these shields off. Hydra. Kokomi can strip that shield off on her own. And then, nice. Jellyfish there. Nikita reapplies. Nilou, come on. Shreds the shield off. Kokomi burst. Big dam. Boom. Okay. Alright. So there we go. That is the 3 stars. So, let's check the Abyss. Let's abandon that challenge, but let's claim our rewards. So, where are we at? Claim rewards. Okay, so there we go. 36 stars, not in one go. Obviously, floors 9, 10, 11, fairly easy. We were able to do all 3 of them with 3 stars in one go. Or 9, yeah, 3 stars. Jeez, I'm losing my mind already. And then, yeah, floor 12. Sorry, just losing my train of thought. I'm like frazzled from doing this. Yeah, floor 12 took a little bit, so that's kind of the way I've been doing it, where it's like this, you know, I'm sure I could do it in one go, but I just much prefer using the Nilou Bloom team second on the first floor, but first on the second and third chambers. So we do it like that. We break it up into 2 runs, and that gets us the 36 stars. Not as impressive not being in one go. I'm not one-shotting it. I'm having to retry, you know, kind of fish for a really good run to get the time low enough for it to count. But you know what? 36 stars is 36 stars. I'm happy with that. It took me a long time to be able to do it. A lot of work, a lot of grinding, a lot of saving of primogems. So, you know, pretty happy with that. Anyway, that's how I do it. Those are the teams. You can try to, you know, build those teams too if you think that any of them looked good. You know, through at the beginning of the video, which again, there'll be timestamps for, you can go ahead and take a look at the various characters and what artifacts I run on them and the different team combinations that I use. And I guess the last thing we'll do, I want to spend those primogems that I just got. So we're going to go to a special wishing spot over here because we falsely believe that that makes us more lucky. So we're going to go to our special statue here. We are going to climb up the side very slowly with a tiny character. Oh, gonna fall off, which I do all the time. Get around this little hump, go up, and... oh jeez, what the hell? What the hell? I swear I'm not that bad. Okay, walk down the arm. Now, we're gonna pop our special leaves and wind, and then we're gonna use an ability on our Archon, because we're going for this Archon that we don't have, which is Venti. So, let's go through our wishes. That is a 3-star sword, pretty worthless. Let's go again. And we get another 3-star piece of garbage. A magic guide. And one more wish. And another 3-star. So, we are one primo short, but you know what? We got that achievement from the seahorse boss, so that gives us just enough to get one more wish. And let's put all of our good luck into it. And... oh, nope. Nope. 4-star. That is a Zhongyun, who I do not have at C6. That gets him to C2. If I was at C6, I would have gotten enough of the star glitter to buy another one and do one more wish. But as it stands, we are out of primogems and we're out of wishes. But hey, we got 4 wishes out of the abyss. Build up that pity. And, you know, maybe we'll be able to get Venti before this thing is over. I want to do Venti. I'm going to make a, another team that I'm working on is the... oh, those are Archons. Well, this is Venti's spot. Venti's supposed to go there, and those will be my 4 Archons. But I want to make the Wanderer Hyper Carry team, so I need Venti here somewhere in this team to group them all up for Wanderer to then burst after shredding with Farazan and buffing with either Bennett or Kazua and just blow them up with his ability. So anyway, that's all. Hope you enjoyed. Quick little 36-star Abyss adventure, and yeah, we'll do it again in 2 weeks when the next Abyss rolls around. Maybe be able to actually get all 36 stars in one go without having to do it piecewise and have it take so long, but it is what it is. Glad we got it done. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and have a good one. Peace.